Hey guys, here in your friendly neighborhood grocery store, and I'm going to show y'all how to make an authentic light Italian supper. Now, some say it can't be done, but I am, as you may remember, a corporate Italian restaurant server, and so I spent a lot of time around this food thinking about, God, I wish I could eat this all the time, and I found a way to make it much easier to do that. So let's start with course number one. Course number one, we got bread. Italians love their bread, gotta have their bread. They eat bread more than they drink wine, and they drink wine with every meal. So we're gonna start with a fresh loaf from your bakery. It's great, way less preservatives than traditional loaves of bread like you might get off the shelf. And it's baked fresh usually, and it tastes better. Slice it up, toast it, and on top put extra virgin olive oil and rosemary. Love me some rosemary. You mix those two together, brush it on, real thin layer, and you've got lots and lots of flavor. And that's better than doing butter for your toast, because butter's got lots and lots of fat. But if you gotta have butter, great way to do it is whipped butter, not margarine. Margarine is canola oil. This is whipped butter. That cuts down on the amount of butter you use, which cuts down on fat, and also whipped naturally has less fat. Next, we have the salad. Now I buy fresh produce, much better than the bag produce. I don't do the bag produce very often because there's preservatives, of course, and you can usually find fresh produce that is organic. Organic is great in produce because produce has lots of water. And when it's organic, you don't run the risk of having pesticides in your food, which is much better for you. Now on your salad, I like to add in a little bit of cilantro. Fresh cilantro is fantastic for pairing up free radicals. Free radicals cause cancer in the body, don't make you feel very good. So I eat a little bit of cilantro every day to get rid of that. Also on that salad, classically, tomatoes on the vine. You can find those natural, organic, once again. And in tomatoes, it's a wonder food, low calorie, high fiber, and there's lots of it, and there's a lot of water in it. So once again, natural, organic. Also on there, bell peppers. Green peppers are best for you, just because they're green and wonderful, but the red bell peppers taste best. So once again, lots of water, natural, organic. You're thinking to yourself, natural, organic, it's a lot of work, and it's more expensive. A little bit, but you're saving yourself hospital bills, you're saving yourself some other stuff, but you're also getting lots of taste, and taste is king. Now on top of your salad, you could just eat it dry. That is probably the best option. Second best option is a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil I showed you about. Maybe it's rosemary, basil, some of that kind of stuff. Very delicious. Or some lemon juice. But my favorite is balsamic vinaigrette. And Newman's Own is great because it's all natural. All of Newman's Own is all natural. Also, on a lot of their products, they donate the profits of it to charity and research and that kind of thing. So promote that kind of business, because more businesses will do it. What's next? Right. So on to your main course. You think Italian food, you think spaghetti, you think fettuccine alfredo. Love that. But where I gained a lot of my weight was I ate a lot of fettuccine alfredo. Go to a corporate Italian restaurant. What do you order? Fettuccine alfredo, because that's the only thing you know. So when you go to a restaurant, look around on the menu. They usually have some healthy options, and they taste awesome because they put a lot of work into those options. Whereas with the fettuccine alfredo, they just get a regular fettuccine, regular alfredo sauce, throw it together. If you're doing it at home, I have a wonderful option. There's this wonderful little gourd called spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is just like a pumpkin. It's just like any other of the gourd family. You boil this puppy, boil it, slice it in half, and then scrape out the insides, and naturally it looks like spaghetti. It looks just like it. It's a little crunchier, and it's got a little bit of a pumpkin-y kind of taste, which I don't mind. But you know, you're trading in lots and lots of carbs for a serving of vegetables, and you know, how often on earth, you know, do you find this on Earth? You know, so go with that. And then on top of that, I like Alfredo sauce. And so, where do we have? Once again, Newman's Own Alfredo sauce. Delicious. And it's this one, all profits to charity. Right there on the lid, all profits to charity, Newman's Own. And it's delicious, great tasting. And the reason you can do Alfredo on a spaghetti squash is because with regular fettuccine Alfredo, which once again has, you know, was where I gained my weight, the fettuccine grabbed onto the sauce and deposited that fat right into my storage. Now, instead of burning it. So now that it's on a vegetable, I'm much more likely to burn it, and that's wonders. But if you can't do the spaghetti squash, understandable. Get regular, fresh pasta, not dried, is good, or you can do the dried, but do a red sauce. Red sauce because it's got tomatoes. Newman's Own has just plain tomatoes, or if you like mushrooms, and once again bell peppers and onions, that kind of thing in your sauce, go for that because it's really, really delicious. Once again, you can slice up these bell peppers and fry them and put them in your Alfredo sauce, and you got some little extra that you're making for yourself. Throw some cilantro in it. Very delicious, real easy, and then you just boil it. You just boil the sauce, put it on your spaghetti squash. What's next? Dessert. Now in Italy, coffee's a big deal. You get an espresso, you get a cappuccino, which is great. But we in America don't do that very often. We don't have espresso machines in our house. So get yourself a real dark roast of coffee. And double boil it. Double filter it, and put in a little bit of cup. You feel fancy and you feel satisfied with your meal. And that's the thing. You're creating an experience with your meal, and this isn't any more than you would normally eat. Just throwing some spaghetti in a pot and boiling it and throwing some sauce on it. This isn't any more than that. But you feel more satisfied because you put work into it and you're happy with it. So you've got your coffee for dessert, which is great, but there's also gelato, and this is naughty. This is naughty right here because there's no naturalness, no low fat or anything. There is low fat gelato, there is low fat sorbet. Sorbet is the best because it's just ice and flavoring. Really good, but gelato's awesome. And if you just have a little bit of gelato at the very end with your espresso, fantastic, delicious. And of course, this meal you can make a little bit of it, store the rest, and store the ingredients and then make it fresh again. Or you can make a lot, store it, or you can have 3 or 4 friends over, get a bottle of wine. With your white sauces, you're going to want a white wine. With your red sauces, you're going to want a red wine. Real easy.